Friends. Many people watching this know that the world's largest company is Apple. Who have watched my previous video, they also know that the largest insurance company is United Health, and very fewer know that the largest company of India is Reliance. But what about world's biggest airlines? Okay, I will give you a small hint that it belongs to USA. The people who don't know, let me tell them that it's Delta Airlines. So today we are going to see the financial summary and financial ratios of Delta Airlines. Let's begin. Firstly, let's see the income statement, balance sheet and cash flow statement summary. So the value of this airline is $24 billion. And in 2021 this company has made a revenue of $30 billion, and after subtracting operating costs and other expenses it has generated a net income of $280 million, which is very low, but it's due to the corona time. This means it is low, but if we compare it with 2020 net income, it has a difference of $12.5 billion. Now let's talk about its balance sheet. In past few years its assets are increasing with every passing year, but in 2020 it has a sudden boost in its liabilities, and we all know the reason behind it. And if we talk about its equity, then it has gone down in 2020, but in 2021 it has 2 times of equity as compared to 2020, and its liabilities have also decreased. Cash flow statement. Its cash flows are complicated, but I will tell it to you in very simple way. Its operating cash flows have remained very high, but in corona time it has a massive downfall. On the other hand, its investing cash flow has been negative, but it's covering up every single year. No, you will ask me what is complicated in this, but just wait for it. Financial cash flow and total cash flow. So now its financial cash flow, after been negative in corona time, have got a massive boost, since in 2019 its financial cash flow negative $2.8 billion grown to $19 billion in 2020, and its total cash, which remains around $900 million. In 2020 it was around $6 billion, and in 2021 it has been gone negative $1.5 billion. Now you understand why I am saying it complicated. It means that company has cover up from corona time, and now it has to give attention to its cash flow. This was the financial summary. Now let's watch its ratios. So according to my research, I have divided financial ratios into 12 months ratios and in 5 years ratios. Note: we are going to see only the important ratios, not all the ratios. So let's first see 5 years ratios. Firstly, profitability ratios. Its operating margin is -3.59%, seems to be less, but it is 1.96% more than the industry. And its net income margin is -8.8%, which is 0.56% less than the industry's company. Its management effectiveness. Its return on equity is -12.74%, return on assets is 0.13%, and along with return on investment 4.85%, which 3 of them is more than the industry. Growth ratios. Its last 5 years EPS growth is -39.84, which is very less from the industry, and also its sales has been of -5.39, but it is same as its industry. At last, dividend yield. Along with growth in share price, good dividend yield is what the investors want, but a very high dividend yield is also not good for some times. So company's dividend yield is 1.18%, and its industry has a dividend yield of 0.94%, which is almost same. Now its last 12 months ratios turn. In this firstly comes valuation ratio. P/E ratio, which indicates that the company is cheap or expensive according to its earning. This company has P/E ratio of 284, whereas industry has P/E of 47. This means that there may be chances that the company is expensive. Profitability. Along with company's 5 years gross margin, its 12-month gross margin is also good, which is 6% more than the industry, and its net income margin is 10% better. Per share ratios. Company's per share revenue is 73, which is 78% more than the industry, whereas its per share cash flow industry is 60% more than the industry. Management effectiveness. There also company's return on equity, assets and invest 3 of them is good. Financial strength. Company's interest coverage 2.5, which is considered very good. Efficiency. Company's asset turnover ratio is 8% more than industry, whereas inventory turnover ratio is more than 170, which is considered a good signal. Revenue per employee. Company on every employee company is making 53k more than the industry, and there on every employee company is making a profit of 1k, whereas industry is making a loss of 75k on every employee. It is clear that in 12 months company is performing well, whereas due to corona time it has a massive effect as compared to the industry, and its financial summary is also stable. Thank you. Now the video comes to its end. It's all for today. We will meet soon in next video.